Okay, the maiden flight resulted in some chipped props. Good thing they sent replacements. First thing it did on takeoff, of course, dipped forward, and I had it out in the street. And then I lost control once and it went into the neighbor's little brick wall. There's another little chip. And there's another little chip. Little chip on the tip. Little fragment there. I wanted to show you something. Look how close these props sit to the body. Let's see if I can zoom that in. Where is it? There it is. Look how close that is. It is so close to the body that I got some little, whoops, panning too fast. I'm a shitty cameraman. We'll hope to improve on that. But I got some scuff marks here from when the props dinged into it. Nothing really happened besides that. It was a low level crash. It was only a couple feet off the ground, going really slow. Boy, does this charger get hot. You can barely hold your hand on that. The little LCD screen, that charged up in like 45 minutes. It's got a little micro USB cable. Oh, one thing on the unboxing I forgot to mention. I did not get a storage portable transport box. All I got was cardboard. I had noticed somebody put a video up and they had gotten an actual carrying case box. This one didn't come with that. One other thing I don't like, if you can see, this moves just a tiny bit, and that's due to this quick release mechanism on the back. It wasn't that easy to get in there either, but there is a little tiny bit of tip. It's okay though. This is probably where they saved a little bit of money here and there. And all the controls have is L1 and R1, and they don't tell you what the positions are on the remote. So I inadvertently hit return to home without knowing it when I was trying to do something else. Oh, and the instruction manual is virtually worthless and not even properly translated. There's also a discrepancy on whether or not you're supposed to put your propellers on before you calibrate. There's an orange piece of paper that came in the box and it says remove them. And then in here in the book it says have them on. So maybe they're talking about a different calibration in one, but they only use the word calibration. They don't tell you what you're calibrating. Because I know you can calibrate the gimbal, and I think you can calibrate its center point or something, but then there's also compass calibration when you spin it. So this, I was actually hoping there was another book in there, something a little more in-depth. This doesn't explain nothing, so I did myself a little quick sheet to reference, because this is tiny print too. Not good for me. So now we're just waiting for our battery to charge up. Oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention in the LCD screen on my first flight because I was trying not to crash it. And the drone started heading down on its own. And I looked at the screen and the battery was at 10. So I gotta go in and see if there's some settings to give me a warning before that drops to 10. I think there is, and I should have set it before I went. After the rotor stopped though, it said 11. So I guess it was drawing a lot, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I didn't deplete the storage. The battery came with four of the lights lit up when I tested it, so I thought that was good enough. And it doesn't tell you in the book, put your charger in first. It doesn't tell you it comes depleted. It doesn't tell you it comes half charge. But the lights, 4 out of 5 lit up, so I went ahead and flew it for about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Hovered for a while just to get used to it in GPS mode, in ready to fly mode. Anyway, I'll be taking a flight here and I'll record it as soon as the battery's charged up. But yeah, maiden flight resulted in some dings on the propellers. It can still raise itself on the ground, so I'm not going to replace them yet until more material's missing. Oh yeah, one of my props out of the box came bad and it didn't want to sit down on there like the other ones. The other ones went into place perfect. One of them must not have been deburred right or something out of the mold. Was pressed on there hard, so I just opened the package and used another one. but I did get one crappy prop right out of the bag that was unusable. Maybe if you took a file or something and filed down the inside a little bit. I hadn't thought to do that, but now that I've damaged my blades, I'll probably look into that. Alright, signing off until we put it in the air.